Bold Duncan Williams stands tall amongst all. That rhymes, doesn't it? Come here! You think so you day wise. Bold Duncan Williams stands tall amongst all. Who is Archbishop Duncan Williams? He is a man of God. He was born on the 12th of May, 1957. 2 months after Ghana became Ghana from out of the Gold Coast. He was born the 12th of May. In fact, 2 months, 6 days. He was born into Ghana. He missed Gold Coast by just 2 months, 6 days. He would have been a Gold Coaster. This man here, my brother, my sister, hey, was born to a man called Mr. Taiwo. He is a man who has seen it all in life, from bad through worst, all the way through to success. This man is not a little man. There was a time, my brother, my sister, he drank alcohol. He smoked ntampe. According to him, he smoked a lot of ntampe and drank alcohol. In his own words, he went to bed and he had a candle standing on his table. He was so high, so euphoric, so hallucinative that he stretched his hand on top of the candle flames and he didn't feel any pain. He started to smell the scent of fresh human meat being roasted under the candle flame. He smiled and said, I don't feel no pain. It bent the whole of his fingers. It was later he was rushed to the hospital, and when the power of the drugs that he said he used went out, he realized that he had lost his fingers. Probably that was to show him as a testimony what he would become later, so he could use this to preach to the world about the life that he had led. He had gone through occultism. His father took him all the way to a certain garden and he heard trees talking. He told us this himself. He's gone through all the controversies. In fact, he was raised by a Nigerian archbishop, Archbishop Benson Idahosa. Oh, Jesus. This was the man responsible for Dangote's wealth, we were told. It was said that there was a day he was going on a flight and the flight was full. Those days when people could overbook on professional behavior. But he had to go and preach somewhere in Nigeria. This happened. And when Dangote saw him, he decided to leave his seat for this man to sit there and go for the emergency preaching. And when he left the plane, this man raised his hand and prayed that you shall die counting money. Whatever business trip you are going for, you will sit down and money will chase you. From that time, find me the photo of Dangote. My brother, my sister, Dangote has been rich to the core. Many have said that it didn't really happen. And others said it happened. I haven't heard Dangote himself tell this story again. Dangote is a Muslim from the Hausa Fulani side of Nigeria, but he gave so much respect to a Christian minister, left the plane and allowed this man of God to come in and sit down. At a point, he was the richest man in Africa and around the world. He was counted as one of the richest. He is still in those echelons. Dangote. Archbishop Benson Idahosa, it was said, raised a number of dead people. Anytime he preached, miracles happened. He was the one who raised Archbishop Duncan Williams. In fact, in one of his sermons, he even mentions Archbishop Duncan Williams, that when he first came to Nigeria, he was so timid and scared to even talk. But he raised him, groomed him, and he became big. And when this man became big, he felt he had arrived and decided that he didn't want to deal with Benson Idahosa anymore. He had his own church. According to the Archbishop again, his church started going down and he ran back to his father. After his father had sent emissaries to him to invite him to come over to Nigeria for a conversation, he told the emissaries to go back to Nigeria and tell Benson Idahosa, say, he, Archbishop Duncan Williams, was not coming. His chest started to go down and he knew where he had gone wrong. He ran back to Nigeria, fell flat on his belly and cried, "Oh Father, here I come like the prodigal son. Please don't pay me. Put me out there and feed me with the food that you feed your pigs." He said, he embraced him and said, "You devil, this is a family issue. Depart and go behind me, Satan. This is between me and my son." And the church started to grow again. It's an inspirational story. But as an archbishop, he fell somewhere along the line. And this is the story we have for you today. We played a tape, and in that tape, he talked about how he went to Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa, right there in Dubai, the tallest building in the world, hotel. He and his wife. This was after 2010, because this place was opened in 2010. And he had been drinking alcohol, wine, and his wife, Whitaker, had been talking to him so many times. Don't do this. The youth are watching you. Don't do that. Don't do that. But in his own words, he loved the feeling of the wine. It made him feel lame. Let's check that tape one more time. And when we return, we will hit the nail on the head.
Traveling, and Rosa would say to me, "You are an archbishop. This is not good for you. You are not being a good example. All things are lawful, but all things are not expedient." I said, "Baby, leave me alone. It makes me feel good when I take the wine." Yeah, and then when I have the wine and then I call for the different first course and second course and the dessert, by the time I finish having the wine, I feel yeah. And she kept saying, "This is not good for you, man of God. You are not being a good example to your kids and to the youth and to the young generation." And I said, "I don't see anything wrong about having wine." And the thing had me. And every now and then I'll try to get loose and I couldn't get free. Then one day we went to Dubai, to the tallest hotel in the world. And we climbed up there and I had some wine. And when I had that wine that day, I started seeing men like trees walking. And I was feeling some way. And Rosa said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Babe, I don't know what's going on. I'm seeing you like trees, baby. I don't see you well." And she didn't say a word. And I knew what was going on. The wine was working on me. And now we had to come down from that top hotel down to the lobby. And my knees were shaking. And I kept on seeing men like trees. And I was feeling dizzy and feeling some way. And I said, "Lord, if you deliver me from this, that will be it. I won't touch it anymore." Are you hearing me? Say, "I hear you." As soon as I prayed that prayer, it was like something broke over me. And I started seeing men as men. And I went through that lift. When I got to the ground floor, I said, in the name of Jesus, wine, you are a spirit. Whatever is in you, you have no power over me anymore. Are you hearing me? And from that time, I can see wine and I have power over wine. I can control it. It doesn't have me anymore. It doesn't control me anymore.
Oh my God. Today I had a response from the Archbishop Duncan Williams. 68-year-old Archbishop Duncan Williams. He had watched this and seen what we had done a couple of days ago. And he said, Blakk Rasta, I don't drink anymore. From that day, I was delivered after I prayed. And it's over. Wine has no power over me anymore. It's gone. Wow. I was so elated that the Archbishop would take time off his busy schedule and sit down and watch the Blakk pot. I saluted him. And he was excited that I was interested in his church activities. And of course, I had an invitation to come to the church when I have time. He has the Dominion University. He has one of the biggest churches in Africa. He has raised many. Now, the excitement about this is how many men of God at their prime, not when they are declining, at their prime, will come out and say that I used to do this. He used to drink. People saw him drinking. He didn't see anything wrong with it. After all, Jesus Christ in Canaan at a marriage made sure there was alcohol for everybody to enjoy. My brother, my sister, Archbishop Duncan Williams, a man his status and stature, it will be difficult to come out and say that, yes, I was this weak. Even when his wife spoke to him, he said no. How many people see him as only next to God? A lot of men of God in Africa are demigods. They are holier than thou, holier than the Pope. That is why when they make mistakes, people don't forgive them. But this man descended to the level of telling everybody that this was what I used to do. He didn't need to tell us. But maybe he had heard the rumors. Because if I tell you the quarters, diplomatic quarters, where I got this information from, it will shock you. But he had already talked about it. So it almost became irrelevant. If all men of God would descend their high horses and come to the level of the people, do not chastise the people when they are wrong, as if they are sinners for life, and they are the only holy people who hear the voice of God, I think we'll have a better religious environment. With all the success, with all the money, I'm sure somebody sitting somewhere asking me, what is his achievement? Apart from the Dominion University, he has Dominion TV, which is spreading the gospel. He has, my brother, my sister, in 2012, he became the father of an American televangelist, Paula White. How many of us know Paula White? She's today called Paula White Kane. That's her. We see her on TV. GTV those days, she was coming. 2012, she decided to come under the umbrella of no other person but Archbishop Duncan Williams. Hi! It didn't end there. a few years later, the president of America, Donald J. Trump, the wild, crazy president that everybody sees, decided to humble himself and also come under the umbrella of spiritual guidance of Archbishop Duncan Williams. He would pray for him night and day. He would go to the White House, pray for him. He made all the money. And he had all the fame. He was walking in the corridors of opulence and power. He is not a small man. He's an accomplished man. Oh yes. He's a human being. He makes mistakes. Archbishop Duncan Williams. He is known as the father of charismatism right here in Ghana and around. He is respected. My brother, my sister, and he's married to a woman who herself is opulent. Whitaker Duncan Williams. That is the woman we're talking about. His first marriage ended after about 26 years. From 1981, he got married to Francisca Osei Williams. And they have 4 children. Elsie, Ella, and 2 other people. One last person is the one who's been coming on TV and misbehaving, is on drugs. His father has gone through it before. So, he knows what is happening. Maybe he will also turn around. All right? And he looks so much like his father. Archbishop Duncan Williams is married to this woman now. My brother, my sister. And her name is Whitaker Duncan Williams. She was in the team of George Bush and Bill Clinton as part of their advisors. She made so much money. But there was a controversy on this woman. I don't know if I should be saying it now or wait till another time. The president of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, the 2 of them sat together, allegedly, and the president decided to bribe her 350 million, whatever it was. Huge amount of money. I'm going to get the figures right. Yearly, for her to do publicity for his bad governance in Uganda. And it became a huge issue. We will go into that another time. But for now, this is just the gist. We are always researching and looking into things. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And on this note, Archbishop Duncan Williams, apart from him, one other man of God that I have seen who has come out to tell the whole world that I am respected and everybody loves me, but I have one weakness, and that's women. It's Prophet Nigel Gaze. He was bold enough to tell everybody, I am not God. I still have problems that I'm trying to deal with. Women. And I'm sure by now, he's been able to deal with that. Now that we are not hearing any more about anything like that. Another man, in fact, Bernard Afrisa Taylor, Prophet Bernard Afrisa Taylor, apostle. He also said that on my show. Men of God are not gods. They make mistakes. And if they preach this to their congregations, their congregants, when they make mistakes, these congregants will not be hard on them like if they preach that they were demigods. It's been the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, and here we speak truth to power.